Podketeers.
This is gonna bother me. I have to figure something out because so I'm gonna let everybody in, backstage a little bit. So I have this really bad habit of leaning into the microphone because my old microphone was hot garbage. And I mean, it did its job for a really long time, but I got this one, I don't know, a year or so ago, 2 years, I don't know what it's been. But after using the old mic for almost a decade, I got into the habit of leaning in so close and speaking and getting really loud into the old mic that with this one, I don't have to do a lot of that. And so my plosives, the P's and the buzz and all that stuff, really show up in my audio. And I just kind of edit them out as best I can, but I've realized that it takes me a really long time to edit that out, and I don't want to edit them out anymore, primarily because last weekend I feel was kind of the final straw, right? Because we recorded the episode and it was WrestleMania weekend, and I had to edit, and I'm like, but WrestleMania is gonna start, and I'm like editing, and I gotta edit my audio because I go the whole damn time, and so I came to the conclusion that I either have to get something to dampen my audio, get some kind of like cover like there are for microphones, or I have to get better about not following my mic as I readjust myself, because I'm in this weird position where the mic comes in one way, the camera's in another direction, I'm looking at you in this direction, my chair's all twisted, it's all crazy.
You gotta be more like Fat Joe.
How's that?
You gotta lean back.
Oh, I gotta lean back.
I didn't.
Okay, so there's
wow.
That was. I mean, it worked. It was a stretch, but I got there. Yeah.
Come on, lean back.
Here's the problem. If I lean back in my chair, this is how far back I am.
That's great. I can hear you just fine.
Can you really?
You sound a little far away, but I can hear you.
Do I sound like I'm in a well?
Not a well, just like that, just a little softer.
Like you're
really. Okay, let's try something new.
Sure.
How about adjust it. How about now?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Get out. Did we just solve my issue?
Maybe.
All right, watch. Halfway through, I'm gonna start following the damn mic.
I'm gonna say Fat Joe, and you gotta know what that means.
And then I gotta lean back. Okay, cool. All right. You know what? That might be
Fat
good.
Joe, right?
That's the third time you said that. It's not like I'm telling this.
I don't know. Let's see who was.
Fat
Joe,
it was.
was.
Remy Ma and Terror Squad. Lean back.
Yep, you're right.
All right.
Look at you.
The early 2000s for the win.
The hip hop.
Yeah,
knowledge right there. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a shot, see how this goes, and then hopefully I don't have to increase my audio too much when I'm editing, because that's the other thing. Yeah, I'll see what happens.
This is a test.
Because I think what's also happening is I think it's also trying to filter out the fan at the same time, and I think that's also playing against it. And I want to get this figured out before it starts getting hotter, because we're starting to approach summer. So I got to figure this out. So that, or I'm going to have to 3D print something that I attach to my neck and it like attaches here so that like I move with the microphone. Or I install a freaking laser that comes out of the wall like this way so that every time I come in it's like and just like burns me.
You could also put like a 3-foot ruler in front of you to kind of stop you.
I mean,
you don't hurt yourself.
I could. I mean,
you can get like a nun to stand next to you, and anytime you lean, she hits you with the
whap.
Yeah,
whap.
Exactly.
I mean, how far?
Penguin.
Let me see. I mean, listen.
1 foot.
I am like a foot away at this point.
There you go.
So, I mean, how do I just strap this? Perfect.
Wow.
Here we go.
The rest of the
If
episode
you're
is
Meeting
only
adjourned.
listening, you've got to
ruler
watch this on
taped to the
YouTube.
side of his head.
Meeting adjourned. We figured it out. Engineering at its finest.
Right?
There we go. Imagineering, give us a call.
Let's see. So yeah, I'll figure that out. But anyway, let's see. We are recording this on Switch Reserve Night. Apparently,
Is that
it is
still
the
happening?
day. It is
Yep.
happening. Are either of you going to stay up until midnight to... I mean, I guess you don't have to stay up because more than likely we're going to be recording up until that point anyway. So
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna reserve one.
are
And
you
I
really?
think- Yeah.
Nice.
I think through Best Buy, actually.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I got multiple emails. I got one from Best Buy, got one from GameStop. GameStop's was weird because they weren't allowing online reservations until tomorrow 11 a.m. Like, you had to go
Ew.
in person to reserve it. I was like, I'm not going to go to GameStop at
What?
midnight. Like, this isn't 2005.
Right,
Like, what's wrong
exactly.
with you? Like, so I did get Best Buys. I got Targets, but I'm not really shopping at Target. So if I decide, I'm like on the fence about getting it. Like, I think it's gonna be more FOMO than anything, but then I gotta pay for it, and like,
This
Well,
is true.
I mean, okay, so if you were to
unless
get
somebody
it,
wants to get me one, I mean, anybody out
Wish
there
list.
listening,
I'm not ordering one, so if anybody
dear
wants to get on
Santa.
that...
Oh, then buy me one. If you're not getting one for you, get one for me. Is that how it works?
Wow.
Apparently, I didn't know. I didn't know that was how this goes. But
Oh, not
okay.
an option? Okay. Listen, I had to take my shot. I mean, I figured the worst
I
you
mean-
can say is no if I ask.
If you do end up getting it, your gameplay is going to be pretty awesome, especially with what Dreamlight Valley dropped. I feel like it's going to be really awesome on the Switch too.
Yeah. I mean, I have some video, and I want to talk about Dreamlight Valley a little bit because there was quite a bit to take in with this latest update, and I just cracked it open today. I haven't really even played. I had to work late today, so I didn't get a chance to play all that much. But the biggest thing that I'm excited about on the Switch 2 is Mario Kart World. Like, after that trailer and what they were showing, it's really the thing that I'm looking forward to the most. But I think in my head I can't get past the price because I still don't see it as a next gen console, but it's a
just like
next gen
it's-
console price. You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
a next version of Switch.
Yeah, and I think that's what's bothering me. I feel like if I did get lucky enough to get one of the reservations, because it's also limited reservations. They're not they're not unlimited. Like, each vendor that is making it available, there is the possibility that I'm going to stand in line and then I'm just not going to get one, right? So I don't know. I might get in line and then call an audible when I get to the end of the line and figure out, like, worst case, I guess I could technically reserve it, and then if I realize in June, because if you could reserve it now, but you can't actually get it until June 6th, I think.
Yeah.
I guess I could technically reserve it, and then last minute, if I don't want it, I could just forfeit the reservation and I get my money back. It's not a huge deal.
You just buy it and then you sell it for 400% markup on eBay.
You know what? It would
Is that
still
how
be
they
less
do
than the
it?
tariff cost. So maybe I should do that. Help pay the other portion of my credit card. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out later, but I have a few hours to figure it out at this point. But I'm glad that you're getting one. That was the other concern that I had, that other people that I know won't have one, and so playing online isn't going to really be an option unless I make friends, and I don't know, making friends as an adult, like, who
So
wants
they
to
don't
do that,
cross.
right?
Right.
They don't cross contaminate.
No, because there's new features in the 2 that allow, at least not that I know of. I don't know if it's like a Mario Kart World feature where you get like the little chat boxes on the bottom and you're like talking to each other. But the way that the trailer made it seem, it makes it look like you can only do it with other Switch 2 owners. So we won't really know.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like if you play like a game that came out on the Switch that was like online multiplayer, then maybe you could do that if you're playing that Switch game on Switch 2. Who knows? I guess we'll find out.
I mean, with Mel having the 2 and then us on the regular Switch, I guess we'll figure it out. So
Right. Well, we
'Cause
know,
there's-
is it Melissa's Valley? Like, how's it gonna work?
Well, the big thing is that the 2 allows you to plug in a camera. And so the 1 does not have that option available, which is the
Right.
biggest reason why I think it's only available for the Switch 2. I think
Gotcha.
the audio chat and potentially if there's some kind of text chat, I think might be available. But as far as I know, the camera accessory that's going to be available for the 2 is not going to be available for the 1.
Makes sense.
So, we'll see.
It doesn't have enough, power to accept additional input.
It does
It
not.
can barely handle the game that it has on it already.
Right. So I have to just double check. I have to ask, are you sure you don't want to buy me one?
Am I sure?
Just want to be clear about it. Just want to make sure.
I gotta talk to my wife about that. That's a big financial decision.
Okay.
That
So
would be a
why
smart
don't-
decision.
Why don't we
Yeah.
I will
circle
just
back
tell you right
to this?
now.
I'll ping you later. We can
Okay.
circle back.
You can have your people call mine. I mean,
we can set up a roundtable discussion about this, and
perfect.
we can go
perfect.
from there.
We'll do a Zoom call and everything. We'll figure
Sure.
it out. Well,
Teams. You got Teams.
All right. So Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah.
Actually, before we do Dreamlight Valley, did you do any of the Coachella stuff this last weekend? Did you watch it?
Yes.
I went to Coachella.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Did you do the whole rave thing where you
I
like
was-
passing like candy between people? And
No,
everything?
I was inside that big Lady Gaga dress. I had to push it around.
Oh, so you were wheeling it around. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, you had
Behind
to
the
walk
stage.
inside and you had to push it around. And she you saw it, right? You saw the dress and it was big. I was definitely
It's very
totally...
big.
Nobody can say I was not there.
That's true. That's very true.
Where's your selfies?
That was banned.
Pictures or it didn't
Lock
happen.
your phone up in the thing. NDA.
Oh, gotcha.
Whatever.
Okay.
So, I would understand if this was like word out, but
But you chose Lady Gaga, which is
I was in the big
I
dress.
read it.
That's work is work, I'll tell you.
That's
Yeah.
true. You know what? So, in this economy,
And this,
like you gotta just take it where you can get it, right? So-
right.
Right. So yeah, I finally had time to. I missed the first one. I missed last Fridays, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be home. I have to do a lot of stuff. I'm gonna play it in the background, and it's actually really cool. And like, okay, I sound so freaking lame because I know I'm late to this because it's been happening for a while. You could stream it, whatever.
You could?
But, yeah.
I had no idea you could stream it. But I'm also
Yeah.
not like all about Coachella either. Like my reaction to when people say Coachella's happening is like, ugh, this thing again. And I shouldn't have that reaction because I know that there's some amazing bands and the shows are amazing and like
Right.
Bernie Sanders was apparently shredding on a guitar this year and like
Right.
singing like I don't know, like
Playing
he was
backup
doing glam
vocals
rock or
for-
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, normally I hear like Coachella's happening. I'm like, oh god, people are. Here it comes again, you know. So I had no idea they were streaming it. I've been more about it and watched it other years.
Yeah, I actually learned really late as well, and so you have your content, you have your show, right, and you have your times, and after that, it's rebroadcasted until the next day, so 4 p.m. And it's really cool because on their YouTube channel, you have the different windows of the different stages. And you could jump from stage to stage or whatever, whatever suits your mood. And I mean, honestly, I appreciate it because I don't see myself going in person. My anxiety says no. There's no way. There's no way. So this was actually really cool to see, and it's something different when it's live. But yeah, if you had seen Lady Gaga's set, whew,
I was in the dress.
It's on there.
Right, yeah.
That was
It
big.
was amazing.
It was like 37 and a half feet tall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zed was there too? And they played
Yeah.
Parody, which is like my favorite Zed song.
And
Aw.
Shabuzi was there.
Shabuzi?
Shabuzi.
Yeah.
No
Remember
way.
from the
Shabuzi?
D23 Expo, the Ultimate
Yes.
Fan event? Shabuzi?
Shabuzi.
He was there.
Oh, I
According-
see his video. I scrolled down. It was the next video. This is cool. I didn't know that they had it set up like this.
And it's free.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and watch some of these performances. I've seen clips of it, and I saw videos that people were posting from the event. But I was just kind of skipping them. I
They
wasn't
also had
really into
Biaba
them.
Doobie.
I know you're making that up.
Sunday, the lineup is Post Malone,
I
Megan
know
Thee
him.
Stallion,
Yep, no. her.
Junior H,
Yep, no.
Biaba Doobie,
Nope,
Shabuzi,
that you made that up.
and Jack Glam.
If Shabuzi wasn't at D23, I would have thought you made that up too.
Biaba Doobie.
Right.
That's cool. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna start paying more attention to it. I think I've been unfair to Coachella overall. I think one year I had a chance of going, and then I didn't have enough money to buy the tickets because they're expensive, especially when you're in college and you don't have like the best job in order to. And this was a long time ago. This wasn't like anytime. Maybe that's what soured me to the whole situation. Maybe that's my problem, that I never got to go. It's FOMO, and so, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Some of these names are interesting.
They
We'll
are.
have to come up with your Coachella name, Andrew.
My Coachella name, DJ Napkin. That was always my DJ name that I thought was funny.
I like DJ Napkin. Listen, if Kendrick's friend can be Mustard,
Yep.
Ketchup.
you could be Ketchup. You could
Relish.
be Napkin. Yeah,
Mayonnaise.
I could be Sour Cream. Like we just go through all the condiments.
Here we
Yup.
go.
I love it.
Pico and
Barbecue
de Gallo.
sauce. Nice. Ooh, Tabasco. Cholula. Oh, that's what I want to be. I want to be DJ Cholula.
Cholula.
Yeah.
There's a guy just named Kneecap.
Kneecap?
Kneecap.
Oh, I thought
Oh.
you said kneecap.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, kneecap. Like on your leg.
Nice. I like it.
Kneecap is an Irish hip hop trio from West Belfast, Northern Ireland.
See?
Kneecap.
We could be Funny Bone.
Ugh.
We could be Funny
Patella.
Bone. Patella. Let's see.
Doom Dave.
What else was happening? The closest I came, I think, this year to any type of music event or anything was the fact that the Renaissance Fair was happening near my house.
Oh yes.
You get like
Yeah,
can you
that
hear
was
the-
interesting.
Can you hear the loots from your backyard?
I'm not that close.
Oh.
I'm not that close. I'm probably about 5 miles away from where they hold it.
Okay.
So in previous years, I've had to go into the office on days like over a weekend when they're holding it, and I have to tell you, parking to get in the venue is a nightmare. Trying to get past that street is a nightmare because there aren't really any side streets or anything you can maneuver through. So if you're going to work anywhere in the area, you either have to take a detour into another city and go this roundabout way, or you have to get on the freeway and you have to do 2 connections to go around it so that you can end up on the other side of the street. So it's kind of a nightmare. But they were like raving and stuff this year.
Yeah. It was interesting. I had seen it after, of course, Coachella. So my phone feed was like EDM stuff. So this came up and I was like, oh, this looks like fun. This is wholesome. It's a wholesome Renaissance fair rave. Like, this is cool. Like, you have, it's really, really cool. And I was thinking, hey, you could put this over at Princess Fantasy Fair. It would be awesome to have a mini rave. Like, in the medieval times or whatever time. I'm sorry, I sound kind of clueless right now, but it's just so cool to have something different but familiar.
It's not like Disney has any experience putting on a rave-like atmosphere.
Right.
You know,
right.
They've never, ever done that before, so why would they ever bring something like that back that was potentially super popular and people would be chomping at the bit to do it again? Ever.
They don't like fun.
They don't like fun. What is up? Why?
Heyzen,
I don't
just
know.
because you loved Glowfest doesn't mean they're gonna bring it back.
Don't you knock Glowfest.
Hey, that's the one that started it all.
Don't you knock it. That was amazing.
That was
They
fun.
had they had VW bus in the middle of the
heart.
street. They had
That's right.
go-go dancers
Holds a special
All
place
over.
in my heart.
everywhere.
Don't you dare, sir. Don't you dare. Yeah, that's... I wouldn't have ever thought that they were going to be having a rave at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. I mean, I guess for the people that were a part of it, I guess they had a good time because apparently it was kind of miserable for a bunch of other people because of, like, reservations and stuff that they were forcing.
Aww.
I don't know. I'm not, like, in the Renaissance fair scene or anything, but...
That was
the
good.
videos came up in my feed
Yeah.
and people were like, I'm a vendor at the Renaissance Fair. Let me tell you what really went on. And they were talking about how I guess there was an issue with they were forcing people to make reservations, but they gave people a free ticket, I think, and the free ticket expired this last weekend. And so they had like 4 times as many people show up than they were anticipating. And
Man.
if it was a nightmare to park before, I can't even imagine what it was like
No,
this time
yeah.
around. I mean, people are still in line a week later, I'm assuming. So
Well,
I don't know how it's going.
I mean, who knows? Maybe lining up for next year. I don't know.
They're
All
getting a
thine
head start.
peasants
They want to
put their
get ready
hands
for the
in
rave.
the air.
Thine peasants.
Put thou'st hands and wave them about like thou just don't. I don't know.
Doth care. If that's what they did at the Princess Fantasy Fair, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I think
it would
if
be
they
fun.
brought that style and they had like a jester trying to get everybody to just wave doth arms in or wave thou arms in the air, that would be kind of fantastical.
That would
I'm
be
for it.
fun.
Yeah. Disney, hire us.
There you
Even
go.
This
though
is also from the team that brought you the engineering marvel of ruler to microphone.
Yeah,
So
right
remember
there,
that.
free.
Patent pending.
Patented. Let's see. What got us into this? Oh, Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah.
So Dreamlight Valley, we talked a little bit about how the Alice, the Star Path was based around Wonderland, and that I was kind of looking forward to it. Just from the trailer, I had seen a lot of really cool decorations that were going to be a part of the Star Path. I saw that a week before the announcement, they made the Alice costume available as one of the things that you can purchase in the shop. And I bought it on my second account so that that character could have it. That way, you know, when I'm running through trying to do the Wonderland Star Path, that like my character's dressed as Alice.
Yeah.
But they also did a bunch of hot fixes, and
Yeah.
it looks like we mentioned that there was going to be some quality of life updates when we first learned about it. I haven't really played it all that much. I took a little video of what was kind of happening in the game, and there's one thing that I want to bring up as far as the game is concerned. I'm going to quickly share that, and before I play this, I want to actually talk about something. We've been talking a lot about the videos getting like a strike on YouTube, or we've had to remove audio and stuff like that. And I think we might be able to have better commentary and the full episodes up on Patreon.
Okay.
I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I want to test it with this episode, because one of the things I keep getting, it's not a full strike. It's more like a slap on the hand. Like, hey, by the way, if you make money on this video one day, it's going to go to this owner. Like, we don't get any of it. We have a lot of those. But I want to try uploading the unedited version of the episode to Patreon and see if I get any, you know, alerts or warnings or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the music. We're gonna have all that stuff available. It's going to get edited out for the YouTube version, but the one that I upload to Patreon will be the test to see if it leaves it in, or if I get some kind of email.
The
or
YouTube
warning or
version
whatever.
and the podcast version. The like
Right, the podcast version, the audio
Spotify,
podcast
Apple,
version,
the
yes,
feed.
because Spotify will ding us for it. So the
Yes, they
audio
will.
version and the YouTube version will not have the audio. Only the Patreon one will have the
It'll still have us
additional audio and
talking,
music
though,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
We'll just be
Correct,
like, ooh,
correct.
ah.
So we'll sound like in the other episodes where we're a little crazy because we can't acknowledge what's actually happening.
I'll just
in
do the thing where I
background,
explain
so.
what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So part of the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because the music that's playing in the background is actually a modified version of the Dreamlight Valley theme.
Ooh.
It's a Wonderland version if you pay attention.
I can't hear anything if you're supposed to be playing.
You can't hear
for
it?
us.
Oh, let me
Correct.
reshare then. I probably
Okay.
didn't share appropriately, so let me try
Shoot.
this again.
It's okay. Take two.
Let me... Yeah, it's fine. This is what happens when you're live. Boom.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
I will admit I haven't heard like the intro because I just was like in a rush. I didn't bother.
Well,
Sure.
The crazy thing is that I don't ever play with the audio on.
Right.
Oh.
I always play with... I always play muted because it's easier when I'm playing around other people and stuff like that. So I never play with the audio. And I happen to have the
okay.
audio on, and this is what we got to hear. By the way, they have this splash screen, Gameloft 25 years.
Yeah.
No idea Gameloft's been around for 25 years.
Me
Guess
neither.
they're founded in
I thought it was like... Okay, so here's the music.
2000.
Ooh.
Harp. There's lots of harps going on.
That's
So
some
you,
trumpets.
the
cool.
base of the Dreamlight Valley is there,
Yeah.
but then here you'll hear more Wonderland.
Oh, that is so cool.
So it's the theme, and then they just kind of took like some of the instruments and changed them to sound
Yeah.
Wonderlandy. Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
all kind of xylophony, but if you kind of pay attention, the chorus in the background kind of sounds like the flowers singing to you as part of the intro.
It
I
does.
thought that was a really cool touch in like bringing this one, bringing us this update. Here's the other thing. They changed the menu. Now you have the general options here on the side, but then they added all of the shop stuff over here. So you have an opportunity to scroll through these. This is a video that I'm playing. We're not live. I recorded this earlier, so I can't really control it too much. But kind of weird. Because it feels like they're really like, buy this.
Don't forget the island bundle.
But it looks better because it used to be like used to look like an ad in the beginning as a window.
It did.
And I didn't like that. So at least it's there, but it's covering up part of the artwork.
That's true. They're really, really focusing on the whole Alice thing this time around. I'm actually going to bring up another video because I want to go through the play stuff here. I changed into the Alice costume right after I started, but it took me forever to find it because, here we go. It used to be a costume, but now it's a dress.
Yeah.
And I think they did that because you couldn't wear certain ears, you couldn't wear like the wings if you used that as the flying mechanism, like it kept defaulting to the surfboard looking one. For 25 years, Gameloft gave us like some goodies as a thank you. I haven't been following them for 25 years. I've been following them for about maybe 5 because Disney Kingdoms was really, I think, my first introduction to them. And then now Dreamlight Valley and Speedstorm, which I have a love-hate relationship with.
Hotsy.
That's right.
Who says Hotsy?
That's
Totsy?
Oswald.
Oswald, yeah.
There's Oswald.
I don't play with the audio on, and I also haven't played with.
There you go. There you go.
Oswald, yeah.
So this is my plaza. I'm going to sit here for a little bit because I'm going to bring my shop up. One of these days I'll do a full tour, but this is the new Star Path. If you're listening to the audio version and if you're interested, you should check out the YouTube video because we'll have some of the images available. You can kind of see what you get if you decide to do, if you own the game, first of all, and you want to do the Star Path to get some of the rewards. I haven't purchased it yet, but there is a lot of Wonderland stuff here. We have, you know, this like butterfly, that hedge, this mushroom thing,
so far not
the
seen
queen headpiece,
exciting.
this fountain with the teapots.
You're boring, sir.
I mean,
no, this is great.
They have a lot of like the Hatter clothes is like
Come on,
piece
Heyzen
of like
in the
each
video.
one.
Let's go. Moving
Well,
around
I was
flowers
trying to
is
space
kind
it out because I knew I was going to be talking about it.
Yeah, moving around
and I was
flowers
trying
is
to
kind of
remember, like all of these hedges, all of
Bush.
these trees, I think are going to be really good for decorating.
Yep.
I'm glad that they're not a direct purchase and that you can actually get them. Look at the flowers.
That's
I already
scary.
got that one.
In the intro, this is what I imagine singing.
Yep.
That's just a chair,
rock.
I think. Let's see. There's a new
pergola?
gazebo.
Oh,
It's a gazebo, yeah. Here's the Hatter's jacket. I'm not a big fan of the umbrellas, but I guess the umbrellas are a thing for people. There's at least 2 in this one. Yeah, you just run around with the umbrella. Like, if you could whack somebody with it, I think that'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
But you can't. See this little giant daffodil?
Yeah.
This is what I imagine singing at the beginning
I wonder
during
how
the opening.
how big are those, Melissa?
They're
It
big.
says giant. Are
They're
they big?
big. I want to say, okay, so if you have a regular tree compared to it, it's double the size.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
It's nice.
Wait, like one of those square trees?
No, like a cherry tree, like a regular
like
fruit
the
tree.
ones you.
Oh,
trees.
wow.
Okay. Wow, that's big.
So they're basically
Yeah.
just towering over you.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They're so cool.
How
Sounds
much
like-
of this have you unlocked so far?
5 pages?
That's
I
awesome.
was hustling for 2 hours. I was like, I need to start because I'm determined to get everything.
That's so cool. You should have taken a video because we would have seen everything live instead of locked behind the Star Path.
That's true. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was
it's
far
fine.
I
to
say
it.
It's
boring.
fine. So
Tell me something
we
good.
have this last thing looks like apparently armor for a Power Ranger. This one right here, like
It looks like a
it's-
Tinkerbell thing.
it is
That?
armor for a Power Ranger.
It says Leaf Fairy Top.
You're a
Oh,
Power
like,
Ranger.
I thought that was
Yeah.
like a Tinkerbell thing.
That's what I
I'm
thought
sure it
too.
is because it is a fairy path, I think.
Yeah.
But it is mixed in with
Not
all the
seeing
Wonderland
much
stuff.
fairy stuff for this. Looks like
I
a
think you
lot
have to
of
piece it together.
Alice in Wonderland.
There's the
Actually,
hat.
go to the bonus rewards.
I can't yet because this is a video.
Oh!
I'm not live.
That's right. Okay, so in bonus rewards,
I do
there's
go
a
into
lot
the bonus
more-
rewards though.
Yeah, it's a lot more fairy whimsical stuff,
Gotcha.
like extra pieces, which is
Look
really
at
still pretty.
She's holding Bray
Oh.
Wyatt's lantern. Oh wow! This is stuck.
Oh,
It's stuck.
hold on.
The video.
That lantern.
Bray Wyatt's lantern.
There you go.
Or
It's Bray Wyatt's lantern. Let's not go with anything or.
hold on.
Oh,
Tinkerbell and the
Bunch of
lantern.
stuff. The lantern outside of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Mine was more exciting because Bray Wyatt's followers were fireflies, so it kind of makes sense, I
okay.
guess.
Wait, these bonus rewards are just the same as the other ones.
Yeah,
Are they
I
just
did
different colors or
notice they're just
something?
different colors. This
Oh,
one
okay.
is bugged because apparently the firefly is outside.
I saw that.
This is a different colored dress of the same one from the other reward. So it is kind of.
It's just the same
The
stuff.
bonus
in a
rewards are
different
kind of
color.
meh because it is just recolors of the other stuff, which is kind of lazy, honestly. And the fact that the
It
wings are
is.
clipping through the parasol is kind of weird. See, same chair, just different color.
But it's
Purple.
pink.
It's pink and purple
Yeah,
now.
I guess.
The other one's
it's
green.
purple, but it's called pink.
Yeah, it says pink fairy, but that's definitely purple.
Yeah, it's definitely purple.
Game
yeah.
Loft, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will be
daylight.
activating the premium star path because that's how you end up with additional moonstones at the end.
Yup.
It feels like a bad deal.
So the house
I
is
kind of do like the teapot house, by the way. That is kind
that's
of
not
dope
in
looking.
the other star path.
No, this is the big bonus before you get the moonstones at the end.
Right.
So if you finish, this is what you get. That is cool looking.
And then I will say that within that time that I was playing, I had gotten over 200 tokens.
Nice.
So it's like your tasks are just so simple this time. I hate when it's just so specific. They don't seem like that.
Interesting. This is the big thing that was coming to the
Yeah.
game aside from the Wonderland update and Star Path is that we're getting some Star Wars characters. Well, not really characters. We're getting Star Wars clothing, location stuff like homes and decorating stuff. Little Arthur is going to be in the
Yeah.
game
Can
now.
little Arthur be your pet?
He sure can. As a matter of fact, after I scroll through these, I purchased little Arthur. And I had
Nice.
him following me around. He does the sounds and everything.
Oh, okay.
One of the cool new features is that you can pin things. So if you don't have enough moonstones, you can add a pin and it goes into your save bundles menu so that when you
Oh, like
do
a
have
wish
it,
list.
it's like a wish list. I don't think you can have many in there. I think you can only have one or two at a time.
it's a start.
But because every week they cycle through these items. So if you miss it, you have to kind of be at the mercy of when they decide to bring it back to the game.
Yeah.
In this case, if you pin it, then it's there until you unpin it or you purchase it.
Oh, ooh, okay.
This Naboo Villa, I like it. I'm actually considering buying this bundle. It's a little steep, but if we want to, I keep thinking about the idea that we talk about doing the game play, but doing decorating instead of just other gameplay, and I feel like all of this would be really helpful for that. Little Arthur looks great, by the way.
He does.
He looks so good.
Does Jar Jar Binks come out of the Naboo Villa?
At some point, I'm sure he will.
Or maybe what's the other guy?
All of them.
The other guy that goes. You know that guy?
Sebulba? No,
Not Sebulba. He's the pod racer. Anyway, it's not important.
I can't remember.
We'll call him Gurgles for now.
His name's not Gurgles. It's,
But for now, he's Gurgles.
I'm gonna think of it in a minute.
Some of these interior things, as part of this bundle, I think are actually kind of
Naboo
cool.
Sofa.
This is just like this window is actually
Naboo
pretty
window.
nice. The fireplace, I think, is pretty nice. There was one other item that I think, as this was scrolling through, I can't remember what it is, but there was at least 2 or 3 I know that I really enjoyed, that I think I would want to use as far as decorating is concerned. This column's kind of like whatever. It's just a column. It looks good. This is the star path that we were just talking about. They have limited time deals. This has been around for a while, but some of the old things that come into the shop, they have discounts at a time. This is also new. I haven't seen this before. This is a Bug's Life decorating stuff. This is kind of cool. Giving Bug's Life a little bit of love here.
It's just like the stuff that was in Bug's Land.
Yes.
You had these with the popsicle sticks and the big giant clovers. Those are right out of Bug's Land.
Where was the small shell horn? Did we have that in Bug's Land?
I think that's not Bug's Land.
I don't think so.
That I think in the next thing. What does that say? Cotton something?
It's like one of those, like the dandelions that's dried up.
Right.
But it's not what it's called. It's called cottonwood something or cotton whatever. Cotton sedge flower. Is that what that is? I've never even seen that before.
I
thought
know.
it was a dried up dandelion.
It looks like a snowball on a plant.
It does.
Maybe that's what it is. They just repurposed a part of Olaf. Who knows? So yeah, this is where I decided, you know what, I'm not going to pin little Arthur. I'm just buying him. Boom.
I just thought of it. His name's Boss Nass.
Nice.
Oh.
The guy that goes...
Oh, so that's what it feels like to purchase him.
And then I equipped him, and then you'll see him running around the valley with me. I did a little bit of running to see how fast he is. There he is!
Aww.
You could pet him, and he does that.
How cute. Oh, man.
Does he scream?
Can you hit
him with the umbrella and he'll scream?
Oh, I wish I could. So, you know, one of the things that's coming to the game is a lightsaber. For the first time, you'll be able to wield a lightsaber in the game.
A weapon.
Yeah. I am for this because I feel like every time Scrooge has repeats of stuff I already own or has like really bad things, I could be like, I challenge you to a duel. When Donald gets a little, hot-headed, I could be like, I challenge you to a duel. When Maui comes around, it's like, whoosh, you're done. And then get into hero pose, turn around, look at the other villagers and be like, you're welcome. And then just run away, because nobody likes Maui in the valley and you can't get rid of him. He's kind of annoying.
That's why I put his house backwards and all the way in the middle of the ocean.
Nice. That is what we all have to do at some point. The other thing that they did was they allowed you to expand existing chests now using Dreamlight. So if you have a small chest, you can hit expand, and then it becomes a medium chest. And then for like 8,000 after this one, you can make it a large chest. I don't know what it is after that because I've never expanded it past this. I don't have enough Dreamlight to test it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so the ability to expand any storage into something that you would have to craft before, I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're going to be getting with the Cheshire Cat is the ability to deconstruct items that you've already built. And I have like 300 plus of these small chests because they go back to when I was trying to be the Pumpkin King. And so now I'll be able to deconstruct them, get all the wood back, get all that stuff, or expand them all. But that's a lot of Dreamlight.
Well, but is it going to cost Dreamlight to break them down too?
Yes. Yeah. It is definitely going to cost additional Dreamlight to break them down, and I'm not very happy about that. Switching to this one, because this was the additional video that I took, because I thought to myself, you know what? I am going to go unlock the new realm, because that way I can get some footage of... Did the door shrink, Mel, when you opened it?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, no!
I've been doing everything else but that. I haven't done it. But
so
this is exciting, though.
Well, here's a spoiler alert. If you remember how much Dreamlight I had when I was trying to upgrade the chest, you would have seen that I did not have enough Dreamlight to upgrade the 8,500 Dreamlight chest,
Yeah.
which means that I do not have enough Dreamlight to open the 15,000 Dreamlight door. So it's gonna take some grinding before I can even open this.
Start digging.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have enough to get this going, but
Aw.
I'm kind of hosed. Anyway, that's kind of where we are at this point, but whatever.
What can you do?
Let's see. I have the pictures that you sent me that I want you to talk about next. So let me quickly bring that up.
Did you know Gameloft is French? A French company?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why when they do the videos where they're talking about the new stuff, some of them have captions or like a dub in English because they're speaking in French.
Oh, I never even paid attention.
Ah.
They're like,
It's done well.
Croissant, baguette, ratatouille.
Sheesh.
I've never heard them say croissant baguette, but I have heard them say ratatouille.
Remy, chez Remy.
Indeed.
Oh.
All right. So Mel, tell us about this
Yeah.
because this gets into one of the other features I didn't get a chance to talk about.
So I wanted to test out the new photo like features and what you could do to like tweak up your photo or give it a filter or whatever. So as I'm looking at all the different features, they've added some feature. They added a new feature to where you could adjust your picture. You could make it darker with contrast. You can make it brighter. You could put your vignette about total dark or bright white. But what you're seeing here is like a fog, right? But it's not fog. This is one of the coolest features that they added. So now in your pictures, you could put any kind of weather. So you could put thunderstorm, rain,
Interesting.
sunlight, or in
Yeah.
this case, this is moonlight. And it gives like an eerie, like horror film kind of look to it. And I was like, this is so cool because, you know, you can't really get creepy as much. You can't. So any way I could is like perfect. So what else have they added? Different poses, which I didn't get to play all of them with. They have that. They have different like borders. They've added a few little things.
Yeah.
So if you've been taking pictures for Dream Snaps, you probably would have seen the new, I would say the new features that they just added. But this one, to add like the weather part, is really cool. I didn't have to use a filter or anything. This is it.
Nice. What are
Yeah.
these big green eyes in the background?
I'm glad you asked. So they released Yzma's potion
Oh, cabinet
Like-
thing?
cabinet. It's a cat thing.
Okay.
And I love the eyes, and the eyes just
Oh.
roll with it.
Cool. Nice.
It's like a shelf, right? Like with
Yeah.
with all the potions and stuff. I've seen it before. It's pretty cool. I like that effect. I had like it gives it this haunted forest look. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you planned on having the owl there, but did you see that you can turn off the companions when you do the Dream Snap now?
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. I turned off snippets, villagers, thought bubbles. What else? Whatever. You can even take yourself out and just have that picture.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the coolest part.
Yeah, they're really stepping up the photo game on this one. I think a lot of people... I don't remember if I sent you this video, but there are people that found creative ways to get additional poses in the game because you only had like 6 available, and they were
Yeah.
like kind of cheesy looking poses. Like they didn't look very good. So most people defaulted to a couple of them. And when people started realizing that you could snap dream snaps with like your companions, the type of companion that you have changed the pose. So like if you had like the raccoon, you like brought them up, you kind of like nuzzle their nose, or if you have a turtle, it's like a different one. If it's one of the birds or anything flying, like it's a different type of pose. And so what people were doing was they were finding creative ways of blocking the camera with hedges or furniture and stuff like that, so that when it pivoted, the camera would kind of be blocked by certain items, and you would block companions, or you would block like other villagers and stuff like that, to get the pose that would come along with using that particular companion. And so some of those dream snaps were ranking really high, and they look really good.
Oh, yeah.
This goes back to wanting to go back and looking at what people have done for inspiration for like once we start doing it. But I've scrolled through a lot of those images, and people get so creative with the poses.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that Gameloft added this feature and added the ability to change the weather, to add additional filters, like, did you play with the saturation one? Because it looks so freaky when you bump the saturation to the top. Like, it looks like a psychedelic poster that Rolly Crump would have made, like it looks crazy. It looks so crazy. But yeah, if you ever want to make like a Rolly Crump inspired, overly saturated, like neon colored items, make a dream snap and then blow your saturation up to the highest that it can go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then you sent us this other one because I did not realize that this was coming up as one of the new warnings.
Yeah, this was brand new, and I'm like, okay. I didn't, I guess they're going to give us that power if we want to share our, our stream snaps.
Yeah.
But it does give you that warning of asking for permission to submit, and they tell you, if you do allow it, you're gonna see your post could be like shown as one of the top ones if it's ranked really high. Just kind of like an FYI, this is gonna happen. But honestly, I think it's I didn't see the problem before.
I think it's more of a location thing, because in the EU they have like much more strict laws when it comes to like sharing content and collection of information and stuff like that. I don't think any dream snaps ever have personal information. They never have outside of the username. I think when you're voting for dream snaps, that's really the only thing that ever comes up. But maybe they're adding this because they're going to start doing more of that. And now that they're stepping up the game on the camera, I'm sure that people want to see their pictures like as a highlight on an official channel for Dreamlight Valley.
I mean, that's fun.
And if you're just listening, it says, upon submitting your dream snaps, do you grant us the right to share your dream snaps in-game and across official channels? Your dream snaps could be featured in top dream snaps if you rank as one of the highest scoring dream snaps of the week. Visit the settings tab to update your preferences in the future. And it says, yes, I accept, or no, I refuse.
Was top dream snaps something that was there before? I haven't really done dream snaps in a while. I've only done the ones that were required for the last star path, so I was like quickly whipping something up and then like just submitting it to meet the criteria.
Yeah.
So I haven't really paid attention to it. I haven't even voted on dream snaps in months.
I don't think I've seen anything that says top or whatever, but maybe like on their website or on their Instagram, perhaps.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that could be. Or they might be adding the top dream snaps. Yeah, it could be something that's coming. And now they're preparing people, saying, hey, this is the warning, telling you you could potentially be a part of that. I know that mine would never be a part of that, at least not in their current version, which is why I'm trying to get better at the decoration. And, the only reason I feel like I want to get better at decorating and doing the dream snaps is because at stake every week is 4,000 moonstones. If you rank high enough, Like most of these things, like you saw, Little Arthur was like 2,000 moonstones or 3,000
Right.
moonstones, whatever it was. That would have purchased Little Arthur for me, you know, as just for free. I wouldn't have even had to pay for it. The only
Yep.
reason I had these other moonstones was because at like months ago I purchased some, and I've kind of been rationing them, and I've been picking up the 50 extra moonstones here and there whenever I remember to do it. I don't play every day like I used to, because other games are so damn grindy that, you know, I have to choose like which one do I want to invest the time in. But I want to get better at it, because if you rank high enough, then you really don't ever have to pay for this stuff. You just use the stuff that they're giving you for free. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing it. Let's see. Any other things that you want to talk about Dreamlight Valley wise before we move on that you've caught in this one? I know that there's a lot of new features. I haven't really gone through anything. I'm considering recording. I know I had recorded other quests in the game really early on, and I was posting them on the YouTube channel. Given the hype around this one, and given the character and some of the cool stuff that I think we're going to get, or at least that I'm anticipating from the trailer, I want to record it and put it up on YouTube. I mean, the character's already wearing the Alice dress. I might as well. Like, I feel like it's additional content to unlock the Queen of Hearts at some point and have her yell "off with your head." At least I hope that's what happens. I feel like if the card guards are there, I hope the Queen of Hearts is eventually there.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I'll be upset if she's not. But first, I gotta grind to get all that, all the Dreamlight to unlock it. It's 15,000. Kind of important. Yeah. All right, we're gonna be moving on. Before we do, I want to take a short break to thank a very special group of listeners, our podcast Fairy Godparents, otherwise known as the FGP Squad, because it's their support via Patreon that help make these episodes of Podketeers possible. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. There you will find a list of some of our top contributors, a link to our Patreon, some information about what the FGP Squad is all about. But in general, being a part of the FGP Squad family gets you some additional perks, like access to exclusive discount codes for Podketeers gear, additional content that we've uploaded to Patreon, and if this test that we were talking about a little while ago works out, then you'll get episodes that include all of the content, not just the stuff that we were forced to strip out by YouTube and Spotify and all the other platforms out there. But you also get access to our happy hour calls when we get a chance to do those as well. So again, if you are interested in becoming part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. And of course, to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. Speaking of links, podketeers.com/links is where we invite you to go for some of our most commonly asked for links, including our latest episode, the Quizneyland playlist, any fundraisers that we're currently running with our official charity team, Team Boat Willie, any announcements that we have. For instance, we're going to be doing some charity stuff very soon, so stay tuned for that. It'll be on the links page, but we'll also talk about it in an upcoming episode. You'll also find a link to our YouTube channel and our pal Larry's YouTube channel, Goofy Guys Adventures. If you like park streams, check out Larry's channel. He's at the parks a couple times a week. Plus, we have a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist. You'll also find a link on there for our Discord community. So if you're interested, we'd love to have you as a part of our Discord community. Just click on the button. You'll be sent right over. You'll be able to sign up. But yeah, just set a bookmark, set a little shortcut over on your phone, home screen, whatever's easiest for you. So let's get back to the podcast. Quick reminder, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but if you want a different way to listen because you want to be able to listen or watch the episodes, we have our YouTube link, but over on podketeers.com, we also play the audio version of every episode. I'm actually thinking about adding the YouTube video to each post now, because we do a post for every single episode. And usually it's just the audio version of the episode. I'm considering also adding the YouTube version going forward, so that if you just want to watch it on there, like maybe you work somewhere that restricts YouTube, but podketeers.com isn't restricted. And you just want to be able to listen, or you want to be able to play it, or you don't have a podcast app. I don't know. There's tons of reasons why.
Right.
But if that's something that people are interested in, let me know. I wouldn't mind adding the video to each post. I think it would be good, beneficial to have it there.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Don't touch that microphone. Fat Joe. Fat Joe.
Get out. Here we go. We're good.
Oh, you whacked the mic.
I whacked it. That's my lightsaber. Whap. Speaking of Star Wars Celebration was the other things on my list. We briefly mentioned it in the last episode because at the time that it was happening, we had received the announcement that Ryan Gosling was going to be a part of a new project, and Grogu was on stage with Pedro Pascal's pants. Let me bring that picture up.
No, his blouse.
And his blouse.
I love it.
I'm telling you, he could get away with this at Star Wars Celebration. I could never get away with this look.
We made this joke last time. It was, it's like, all right, what circus tent did you take and put if I was wearing it?
Yeah. But the reason I'm bringing it up was because we finally have a list of all of the announcements that came from Star Wars Celebration, which was held in Japan. They did announce that the next Star Wars Celebration is going to be here in LA. So anyone...
The same year the Lucas Museum opens up.
Interesting.
Right on the nose.
Next time it happens is April 1st through 4th, 2027.
Just kidding. It won't actually be happening April 1st. Come on.
You don't know. Maybe who knows?
You don't know.
Who knows?
Well, we have a secret inn at the Lucas Museum. Did you know that?
Do we?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it. Melissa knows, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we could visit, that
Melissa
would be
doesn't remember?
awesome.
Is that what that face is?
Is it Little Arthur?
I feel like I'm on the spot because I don't remember.
I guess I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if it's Little Arthur, that's great. I met him at D23. I took my picture. We became best friends and everything.
Gotcha. I see.
It was great.
No. Hopefully we will be able to, whenever that museum opens, have some
field trip
folks on.
Yay!
Or at least get some information. I think it should be possible.
I'll have to learn about Star Wars, or else they won't let me in. All right, let's see. I'm just going to read through these because I think they did a great job of just kind of condensing everything that happened at Star Wars Celebration. We talked about Star Wars, Starlight, Starbright, first starfighter I see tonight. The description they have on the D23 website says the weekend started off with his favorite songs and his favorite tunes from Coachella with a bang, thanks to the news that an all-new theatrical release exploring more of the Star Wars galaxy. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy and Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni brought director Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling on stage to discuss Star Wars Starfighter, an all-new standalone adventure taking place approximately 5 years after the events of 2019's Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. The film will begin production this fall and will feature all new characters and is set in a time not yet explored on screen. So...
It looks more like Yoda.
That one, I will say, I saw a lot of people really happy about this one. Sure. Normally, when something is in universe, but explores new characters and things, like I feel like there's always this backlash of like, how dare they not bring back blah blah blah. And I haven't seen, maybe I haven't been on like Star Wars talk or something like that, but for the most part, everything that I've seen about this has been pretty positive, and I think Ryan Gosling's the reason.
Ken.
Yeah.
He's just
Ryan,
Ken.
come on the podcast. Let's talk about it.
We could talk about, Haunted Mansion. Wait,
talk
that
about
wasn't
everything.
him. Who was the guy?
It was him.
It was him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Haunted Mansion.
We're getting Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord. This is Lucas Animation's 20th anniversary, with the announcement of this new animated series starring Sam Witwer. It's set to premiere on Disney Plus in 2026. We're getting
That's
also,
about like them going to like Hot Topic.
Yes. They
It's like
buy
space
all the
Hot
clothes. Yes, they buy cloaks and spiked shoes.
Space like Wetzel's
Blind
Pretzels.
Funko bags.
Yeah.
Band shirts. All sorts of stuff.
You said Star Wars Mall, right?
Yeah. MAUL.
Oh,
M-A-L.
boring. Not M-A-L-L. I like mine better.
Well, I mean, listen. If you can write up a proposal, I'm sure we can get them to open up yet another shop. They love their shops.
I'll talk to McGruff after he's done writing that other movie and see if he wants to write.
McGruff has been in some interesting things recently.
So
I
I think we need to talk to that guy and see what he's doing.
Well,
what he's up
yeah,
to
we're
one of
gonna
these
have
days.
to finger wag him if we like.
Right.
We're getting another animated series. This is for the younglings. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. The description here says that they continue with even more animation news. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures is getting a third season.
Okay.
No idea that this was even around for the first two.
Well,
It's
Dang.
debuting this fall on Disney Plus and Disney Junior. That's probably why I hadn't heard of it, because we don't have Disney Junior.
it's also not for your age range, Heyzen.
You don't know. I like me some of these shows. I like Bluey. And that's not necessarily for my age range.
That is true.
Bluey is the exception to the rule.
I guess. It says the upcoming episodes will feature the Jedi kids embarking on a journey into the delightful world of droid care. They'll befriend the lovable and quirky droid owner of a local shop, Dottie, and 3 adorable new droid friends, Beepers, Dozer, and Gigi.
Aww.
Yeah.
Dozer.
We're getting a new Lego Star Wars film. It's Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. It's actually not a movie. It's actually a series. It says, Ahmed Best took to the Star Wars live stage to announce a new LEGO Star Wars animated sequel series, LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. In Pieces of the Past, a new threat rises in the galaxy, and Sig Greebling and Darth Dev must combine their powers of force building and Sith breaking to stop it. Alongside Jedi Bob, Yessi Scala,
Jedi
and
Bob?
Servo... Jedi Bob.
Okay.
They will
They're
journey
really
into
losing their way on some of these names here.
That took them like several meetings to decide.
That's like that
okay?
how they came up with that Hot Pocket song.
That's my favorite joke.
Jedi Bob. Oh, great. Hot Pocket. Anyway.
There's
Jim
another one
Gaffigan.
by Mitch Hedberg where he talks about Doubletree.
Yeah.
He's all like, how about quadruple tree? Nope, that's too many.
How about just tree? I don't know.
Not enough. Doubletree. That's it. We got it. Meeting adjourned. Let's go get lunch. We're getting looks like another series.
Wait, you
Animated
said Ahmed Best? Is this going to be like a Jar Jar Binks series, or he's just there announcing it?
I don't know.
Or is he doing
That's all it says on there.
Okay.
The rest of it says that they'll journey into the deepest corners of Lego Star Wars lore, uncovering pieces of the galaxy that have come before. So, sounds interesting. There's another series for Disney Plus. It says, this one says first look at Star Wars Visions Volume 3. It says it's coming to Disney Plus on October 29th, 2025. It's an animated anthology. It's 9 shorts from 9 different anime studios to further demonstrate the diversity and creativity of Japanese animation. This actually looks really interesting. I actually really like this. This image actually looks pretty cool. This is just concept art from one of the cities, but it's very Blade Runner. It's very like futuristic and Tronish. So
I have a thing that might be of interest on the Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past.
Is it Jar Jar Binks?
It is Darth Jar Jar Binks.
Is it really?
What?
Yes. It says, Ahmed Best made a surprise appearance to discuss how his character was reimagined in Lego form as the fan favorite Darth Jar Jar in Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. Quote, I always like this Darth Jar Jar theory, Best said. You know what the funniest thing is? People would come up to me and go, have you heard of this Darth Jar Jar theory? And I was like, how could I have not heard? It's everywhere, but I always wanted to explore this whole Darth Jar Jar thing. So when Rebuild the Galaxy came out, I was just like, oh, this is absolutely perfect. This is the best way to explore Darth Jar Jar and start talking about him. I got to do a whole bunch of comedy ad-libbing while we're doing it, which is my thing. I loved it. So Darth Jar Jar confirmed, coming to the longest title of a series ever, Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past. It has 2 colons in it.
Hey.
That's too many.
Wow. They're really trying to emphasize that.
Lego 1, Star Wars, blah, colon, Rebuild the Galaxy, colon, Pieces of the Past.
They really want you to know that it's a sub of a sub of a sub.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Darth Jar Jar. Sorry, I just
Darth Jar Jar. That's just craziness. Craziness indeed.
Misa, I don't know.
Misa, Sith Lord now.
It said one of his things is like Misa the Phantom Menace or something. It said something.
I want to hear him try to be super serious and be like, Misa Sith Lord now. Boo. Angry. Me evil.
Boo angry. Now you sound like Yoda.
A little bit. All right, so this concept art I actually thought was part of the Star Wars Visions, but it actually looks like it's concept art for the new Smuggler's Run attraction that's coming.
One of the
well, it's not the attraction. It's a new scene that's coming. Yeah. So the description is that we're getting new locations, but new feature, not just new features, but new characters as well. For the first time ever, the crew will be in control of their own destination, which can include adventures on Bespin, the wreckage of the second Death Star around Endor, or just announce bustling city planet Coruscant. So that's the art that we're seeing. I think.
And I watched another video about how the engineer role is being reimagined.
How is that happening? What are they doing with it?
So the video that I watched said, one, the engineer will be choosing the destination. So the engineer will get to pick one of these 4 locations. And then the other job is babysitter to Grogu. So
everyone's going to want to be engineer now.
So Grogu appears on the screen and you have to, I don't know, do some Nintendo stuff with them. I don't know how that's going.
Toss macarons at him.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know, little frogs and things, the little silver ball. I don't know, but yeah, it said the engineer. I think the engineer will probably still be doing the few engineer duties, the repairing, but also be choosing the destinations and taking care of Grogu.
Interesting. This is. I can already see people fighting over trying to get that.
Oh, yeah.
I can already see children fighting over it when adults want to be on it.
Well, this is good because the children should be in the back, and there should be somebody that knows how to steer up front. I will say this.
Yes.
Sorry, kid. I don't want to just get banged around the whole ride.
Doesn't the attraction have like a child-proof mode where if a child is in that seat, it's more in like on autopilot?
No idea.
I don't know.
I think they can still just bang it around. Like if they got the stick, they can just go to town. I think it there's only so much leeway either way, and I think once you screw up enough, then it at least kind of
goes into
tries
auto
to
mode.
align you a little bit. That's like he's like, fire the harpoons, fire the harpoons. He goes, I'll fire the harpoons, like that kind of thing. Go to light speed. I'll do it, Hondo.
Never mind, I'll just do it for you. I've always wondered what would happen if like nobody did anything. Like if everybody just sat back and was like, all right, let's just watch this.
All right,
see
let's
what
get
happens.
6 of us and film it and see what happens.
Let's do it. And then let's see what happens to Grogu when he doesn't get fed.
Yeah,
Grogu just flies away.
You see him like, it's like float off into space. That'd be funny. So that on top of the fact that they were showing some updates and they talked about the Mandalorian Grogu coming to theaters next year. That was the majority of the announcements that happened at Star Wars Celebration. Some good stuff, I think. Actually, I have one more thing to mention about Star Wars because Heather, part of our FGP Squad family, left a comment over on Discord. Mm-hmm. Let me quickly find it here because she made a comment about us talking about the show that they were having, the Shadow of Memories that you had an opportunity to see, Andrew.
Right, Visions of the Future or whatever.
Yeah, that thing. So here's what she said. Clarification on the Star Wars projection show. They do have the Shadow of Memory shows twice a night, but they do have a separate show during Mickey's Mix Magic. They basically took the existing show and added Star Wars music to it instead of the normal Mickey's Mix Magic music. But both of those shows are narrated by a character called the Lore Weaver.
Ah, okay.
So Mickey's Mix Magic on Main Street, projected on the buildings. They have it in the Rivers of America. They have it over on It's a Small World.
On. It's a good time.
You should check if you've never seen Mickey's Mix Magic. We have a video on the YouTube channel where we actually watched it. You should check it out. I think it's fantastic. But does Mickey's Mix Magic play in Galaxy's Edge as well?
No, so I think Heather's commenting on what I was talking about with the projection show. So yeah, it has like a whole other name. It's called like Light the Night. I have no idea what it's called.
Starlight, Starfighter,
no,
Starbright.
That's the movie. It
First
is called
Starfighter I see tonight.
Fire of the Rising Moons. And basically it's just like what Heather said. It's just like there's different music playing while the Mickey's Mix Magic fireworks are going on.
Gotcha.
And I think the reason she commented on the Lore Weaver was I was confused because in the Visions of the Future show, whatever it's called, Memory of a Vision of a whatever. I can't remember this to save my life.
She mentions Shadow of Memories.
That's probably what it's called. I just can't remember it to save my life.
Gotcha.
There's just like a guy that showed up at the end, like a video of this guy, and he was just like, "All right, everybody, raise up your lights and something, and he was never introduced, but he was like the narrator of the whole thing, and then there's a video of him like for 4 seconds at the end. And so I think this is where she's explaining that he's the Lore Weaver. And maybe that's introduced before the Fire of the Rising Moons show. But yeah, so I didn't know that, and now I know that there's a lore weaver. Of course there is.
That guy that shows up at the end, by the way, that's Jedi Bob.
That's Jedi Bob the lore weaver. He had like those weird like headphone things on that go around the back of your head, I think.
Like
Maybe
Leia buns?
No, it was like I don't know. I'll look up a video.
Are they Beats?
Yeah, by Beats
Dre?
by Bob, DJ Bob.
By DJ
Jedi
Bob.
Bob.
Jedi Bob.
Yeah. DJ Bob.
They're
Napkin.
Beats by Servo.
Yeah, by
DJ
what was
Rex.
his name? Dumper? What was it?
Dozer.
Dozer. Beepers, Dozer, and Gigi.
Yeah, Beats by Beeper. There we go.
All right. I think that's where we're going to wrap up this episode. What do you say?
All right. I think so.
All right. If you have any comments or any thoughts on anything that we talked about in this episode, make sure to join us over on Discord. Leave a comment over on YouTube. We'd love for you to join our community. If you haven't played Dreamlight Valley, I know that this episode was pretty heavy on that. We showed some videos and stuff. Make sure to check it out over on YouTube so that you see some of the visuals attached to what we were talking about. And because it does have some of the music and some of the audio from the game, again, I'm going to test this one out and upload a second version of this one to Patreon for the FGP Squad to check out to see what happens with the audio on that platform. I've never done a double upload like this, but if we can have it where we can talk about certain things and not have the audio, get blocked or anything like that, I think it'd be a fun way for us to discuss other topics as well.
Right.
So, crossing my fingers for this test.
We'll watch a movie on there or something.
Yeah, FGP Squad, let us know if you also like this idea, because I think it could, help us expand and do some cool stuff in the future. All right, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. Until next time. Keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.